Detroit Lions fans, Detroit Den 313 with Steve and Will back with another episode. Steve, well, before we get going, please do what you've been doing. You guys have been banging that subscribe button. So
Do you think they're answering my challenge from yesterday, Will?
I do, because
I
they've been banging
issued
that subscribe button.
I issued a challenge yesterday, and I'm standing by it. I'm a man of my word. You guys get us to 8,000 subscribers before this calendar turns to 2025, December 31st. I am giving away a black Brian Branch jersey and a $100 gift card to Fanatics. So that's the deal. 8,000. Someone's going to win a jersey. Someone's going to win a gift card. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Keep the bell going. Leave some comments. Will, what's on the agenda today? What's on the menu? What are we eating?
So
Some molded bread.
I wish. And like I said, Dan Campbell was the only one to make me wish I had molded bread. But today I want to get into these injuries, man. Got on the Twitter, as always, just surfing around, looking at this Detroit Lions stuff, going through and sifting through our comments, looking at what people are saying. There's quite a few people that are saying this season is done. Or there's quite a few people that are saying that we need to come back to reality and recognize that this team does not have enough to be Super Bowl contenders any longer. We need to be happy with 12-2. We had a good run. This is much better than it typically is for a Detroit Lions fan, and we need to not get greedy. So I want you guys to put it in the comments as you're watching it right now. How are you feeling about those statements? Should we just be content with what we have, a 12-2 team that is tied for the number 1 seed, or should we still be going after this Super Bowl? And while they type in those comments, Steve, I'm going to throw it at you. Are you content? Do you think that as fans we should be content, or do you think we still got enough to chase down the Super Bowl?
William, a lot of times we do shows. We talk a lot of things. We talk birthdays. We talk molded bread. Talk everything under the sun. We give a lot of opinions.
We do.
I'm not here for opinions tonight. I'm just going to give some people some cold, hard facts. All right. A big bowl of truth. Guys don't have to like it. I'm just going to hit you with what's really going on. Playoffs. Have we clinched a playoff spot, Will?
That's correct. We have clinched a playoff spot.
We have clinched a playoff spot. We haven't clinched home field or anything. We haven't clinched a first round bye. But this is a team that's going to be playing postseason football. Check box 1. Next box we could check is winning the division. We can do that. We don't even need any help. We do not need a single team to lose. All we have to do is win. It's not opinion. It's a fact. Win the next 3 games, you win the division, and you win the number 1 seed. Just the way it is. We still have Jared Goff, who's playing like an MVP. 30 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. 10 interceptions. 5 of those interceptions came in 1 game. Will, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Against the Houston Texans? Do we still have one of the most dynamic running backs in the NFL in Jahmyr Gibbs?
We do.
Do we still have one of the most dominant offensive lines, even though they didn't look good last Sunday? Do we still have one of the top most dominant offensive line in the NFL?
I suspect that we do, but last week it's got me having some questions.
Still confident, though?
I'm still confident.
Okay, still confident. Do we still have playmakers at wide receiver and tight end, and Amon St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta?
Are you really not about to mention Timothy Patrick? Is that
Timothy
really
Patrick? Timothy Patrick.
Oh, yeah,
we do. I forgot about the biggest weapon of all. All right.
What are we talking? No, wait. Dan Skipper's the biggest weapon. Let's not get it twisted. But go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Don't kill my energy. We do have, that's another weapon. Do we not still have 2 of the best and most sought after defensive and offensive coordinators in the NFL, who everyone is saying is going to be NFL head coaches next year?
We do.
Okay. Do we still have a head coach in Dan Campbell, who is gutsy, has this team believing in him and the decisions he makes, and is playing at a high level regardless of injuries? We still have a head coach of the year candidate. Facts. Defensively, well, we're in big trouble. I don't know.
Okay. I think that's where I come in then. That's where I come in. Do we still have Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph?
Yes, we do.
2 of the best safeties in the NFL.
Yes, we do.
Do we still have Terry and Arnold? A corner that is coming on very strong and is playing very, very sticky coverage. We just need him to continue not to panic at the end of these plays. He's right there in great position, though, all the time. Is he not?
Yes, we do. And yes, he is.
Our Mike linebacker, has he been the lone survivor, just out here playing his ass off, young, hungry, gritty football player, Jack Campbell?
Yeah, he's the last man standing in a standard 4-3 defense in that front seven. Yes, Jack Campbell is still around.
Are we getting Alex Anzalone, our defensive one of our defensive captains, back?
Our heart and soul on defense, one of our heart and souls. We have several of them. The long blonde hair. I'm jealous of the hairline. Yes, we do. And yes, he will be back soon.
So PFF ranked safeties last season, and in the top 10 of those safeties, was there a guy by the name of Ife Melifonwu who was a full practice guy today? Had full participant in practice today?
If the streets were talking, that's what they'd be talking about.
So I'm not as worried about this defense. Is it still got a savvy veteran anchor in the middle of that defense by the name of DJ Reader?
They do. They do have one of those, and maybe a Josh Pascal, maybe a Levi
Levi
Onwuzurike, who's been
Onwuzurike?
around for a little bit. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
what
know.
are we
Well,
talking about? Zadarius Smith came to town. Like,
yeah.
hey, listen, and then just a plethora of 2017 Pro Bowlers. Like, if just some of them can get it right some of the time, we got guys that can fill in and play roles. I'm not as worried as people are about this defense. I think we played bad. I think we played bad defensively. I think we got exposed a little bit because of the game plan that we came in with, as far as going man to man, getting no pressure on Josh Allen, and then our linebackers ending up taking bad angles and in bad situations. That's it. We're not going to see that same thing for the rest of the season. Where we're not going to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. We had a bad week. End of story. We're going to get back to eating moldy bread. We're going to get back to playing gritty, tough football. And we played gritty in that game. Let's not make it like Jared Goff didn't throw for 500 yards and all types of tutties. Let's not make it like the defense didn't play hard all the way through to the end. So listen, our coach said it, man. I don't even want to go too far into it. I do want to say this. I understand why people are freaking out. When I look at this list, Steve, and and I'm not even going to name everybody, because if I did, we'd have an hour show, and we don't want to do that.
Falling asleep after
Right.
halfway through this list.
Right. But the number was 29. But as I look through some of the guys on the list, you got Alex Anzalone, who we're getting back, but has gone away. Derek Barnes, not getting them back. John Kaminsky, not getting them back. Marcus Davenport, not getting them back. Carlton Davis, we're not going to get him back to either the NFC Championship game or maybe the Super Bowl. So pretty much he may be, and that's still questionable if he can make it back for those games. Khalil Dorsey, he's out for the year. Then we go down Aiden Hutchinson. You already know we'll see him in the Super Bowl, but he's been gone for most of the year. Aleem McNeil, gone for the season. Ife Melifonwu, just now coming back. He's been gone for all this season. Ennis Rakestraw is kind of a toss-up. Coach Campbell said he's not quite ready yet, but he's been gone for the last 4 weeks. Khalif Raymond, like, we know what his situation is. He's been gone. Reeves Maven, he's been gone. Malcolm Rodriguez, gone for gone for the season. Makai Wingo, gone for the season. So I get why people are asking these questions. Now, I don't want to make it. Yeah.
I was falling asleep just listening to this list because it's just ongoing.
Yeah, and I didn't even name everybody, man. So it's I can see why people are a little bit worried. I can see why people are a little bit upset. I can see why people are a little bit uncomfortable. And we're not here. People get in the comments sometimes and call us homers. I can agree with us loving our team, but we're not going to get on here and just blow smoke.
I think we try to be very, very realistic. I really do. I'll give us that.
So if I'm looking at if I'm looking at our defense, and you're telling me that I can essentially, and I'll try to make this snappy, I can put Ife Melifonwu and Kirby Joseph at safety. I can bring Brian Branch to the nickel. I can bump out Meek Roberson out to the outside. I can have Terry and Arnold playing the other outside. I can get Alex Anzalone back. I can have Jack Campbell playing in the middle of that defense. I can have front with a forefront with Levi Onwuzurike, Pat O'Connor, Zadarius Smith, and Josh Pascal. I don't think that I can win. I think that's a better defense than we were fielding last year playing the San Francisco 49ers with Kendall Vildor ain't out there. He wasn't on that list of people. You know what I mean? So, and then we're going to sprinkle in guys like Jamal Adams, Quad Alexander, David Long. Like, Well, what are we talking about? I didn't even mention Al Muhammad, who's been playing
I,
pretty solid
I was
football.
hoping you wouldn't because I was gonna
Yeah,
add him in. I think he's playing damn
yeah,
good football. I think he's got.
yeah.
I think he had like 8 pressures against the Chicago Bears or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, we have enough guys to win. Guys, stop panicking. Stop the let's pump the brakes. In my opinion, so if you think that we're dead wrong, please put it in the comments and let's talk about it. I'm open to talk about it. And if enough people are on the opposite end of this, Steve, I think we need to do a live show if enough people are against it, so we can really kind of debate and talk about it openly. But I am firmly against people that believe that we don't have enough to win a Super Bowl on defense, that we should just tank the rest of the season, that we should just be content with winning 12 football games and making it to the playoffs and this being a good year and start prepping for next season. Pump the brakes. We're just fine. We still got Jared Goff, who's playing really good football. We still got Jahmyr Gibbs. We still got running backs who can take this load off of those guys without even bringing anybody into town. Like the almost Motown Prince of Hilaire decided to go to the to NOLA, man, to go to the Saints, man, and go back to Louisiana. And hats off to him, man. Good luck to him. I wish him well. But we still have Sione Vaki, we still have Craig Reynolds, and I think they're capable of splitting some carries and taking some of the load off of Jahmyr Gibbs. Are they David Montgomery? No, but do we need to have two phenomenal running backs? No, that was just
That's
icing
a
on top of the
luxury.
cake.
Most teams do
Yeah,
not have one good running back. We had two
exactly.
I almost said Hall of Famers. Maybe one day. We almost have
Yeah,
two Pro Bowl running backs. We still
yeah,
have one. I got some more truths for people, Will. This is an
okay,
opinion. It's just facts. We played the Buffalo Bills, the hottest team in the NFL, who have 3 impact players on IR to the Detroit Lions 22. We have
yeah,
19 more people on the IR. And I don't like to think we got dominated against the Bills. We lost the game, not making excuses. We got off to a cold start and we were playing catch up. That's how I look at it. I said that game was going to be a shootout. I said Jared Goff was going to throw for 350 and 3 touchdowns. I think Will called me nuts. He
yeah, I
almost
did.
doubled. He almost doubled those numbers. I knew that game was going to be a shootout. The difference was their defense was able to get a couple stops. We had some turnovers, a dropped pass, a questionable onside kick. We're not going to go down that road. 19 more people on the IR makes a difference against the Buffalo's an elite team. They're a damn good team with a damn good
Yeah,
quarterback. Their defense is a little sus. Not here to
yeah,
throw shade, but the last 2 weeks, you guys have given up over 40 points for those Bills fans who trickle in here. It's not opinion, it's fact. You take 40, add 2, or multiply it by 2, that's 80, divide in half. You've given up 40 points a game the last 2 weeks. All right. Same as the Detroit Lions. We got torched defensively. The difference is we win these next 3 games. You give Aaron Glenn a bye week, a chance to scheme, get another week under his belt with no pressure, win a
get more
couple
people healthy.
win a couple home playoff games. We've
Mhm.
seen Detroit. We've seen what it does. I was part of the 134 decibel group. So was Will. We were there. My
Mm.
teeth were rattling in my mouth from that being so damn loud in there. It's a nightmare to come in and play. We're not the only ones who say it. It's said nationally. Detroit fans are different. A home field advantage is real. And then we get another 2 weeks before we get a Super Bowl. This is more than capable, guys.
Yeah.
Now, do we have the Lamborghinis, the Aiden Hutchinsons, or the Carlton Davis who was playing Pro Bowl level corner? No, those guys are out. It hurts. It stings. Still going to the playoffs. Still have a damn good coaching staff. Still have a damn good offense. The difference is maybe if this defense gets a couple stops a game, it's different. If not every game is a shootout, we're going to be fine. If we can get some turnovers, some big special teams plays, our offense keeps clicking. Our offense, I think, is playing the best football it has been all season these last 2 weeks against Green Bay, kind of a little bit against Chicago in the Thanksgiving game, and then we blew up for 42 points and a loss to Buffalo. So I have all the faith in the world.
I mean, if I were a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, I would bet that we're gonna see this defense bounce back big. And I don't want to give game day content out, but I'm expecting this defense to bounce back big against the Chicago Bears. I think it'll be, and I'm using this kind of as a gauge of where this defense is going to be against these Chicago Bears, because I'm not in any type of panic right now, but I think we need to be cautious of one thing. Caleb Williams has been the most hit quarterback this season. And if we can't get to him this Sunday, then there is some trouble in paradise. I will believe that. I will believe that we need to take a look at some things. We need to call JJ and Dominican Sue, maybe Jesus Christ. We if we can't get the
Pass
Caleb,
rush Perkins.
yes, seriously. And listen, it would take a lot to get me to phone in pass rush Perkins, but listen, if we can't get the Caleb Williams, I'm gonna be investigating all angles. Right. So this Sunday is gonna be a gauge for me. Can we get the Caleb Williams who has been somewhat easy to get to? And if not, then we got some trouble in paradise, man. But I expect guys like Al Muhammad, guys like Zadarius Smith, our linebackers, our stunt games. I expect us to be able to reach out and touch Caleb Williams. We might even see some Tyson Bagent, man. We touch him so much. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I have all the confidence in the world. In Monday, hey, I was not in a good place. I was very negative. I was doom and gloom. As time's gone on, and I just had some time to reflect and think, like, man, we're going to be okay. All right.
Yeah.
Injuries suck. Are we the most injured team in the NFL? Yes. Does anyone care? No. Nobody gives a shit. It's just you got to go out, take care of business, win some football games. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. We still have an elite offense. Our complementary football might not be as complementary anymore, but we still are capable of getting into shootouts and winning those shootouts. It only takes a couple plays. That's all we're talking. A couple plays on offense, a couple plays on special teams. We'll be just fine. I trust Ben Johnson. Maybe have a little trickery if things get a little stale. We're going to be fine, guys. I don't know. Maybe we got on here tonight. Maybe we made you guys feel a little bit better. We hope so. Still a lot of football left. 12-2. Final 3 stretches. Final 3 games right here. We control our own destiny. Win out. Problem solved. Home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Let teams come through Detroit in these playoffs, man. We're a nightmare to play against in home field advantage.
You know, one thing that makes me sad?
Puppies who don't get adopted.
Even more sad than that.
I don't know.
I'm only going to be able to enjoy myself after a Detroit Lions win 6 more times. That's all I got.
That's it, baby. Hey, you say that because it's true. We only play 6 more games for those keeping score at home. Leave some comments, stick around, hit that like button. Again, subscribe, meet that challenge. I want to do that giveaway. We'll be back later with another show.